Alright guys, well I'm back today with another night vision binocular review, and this one is the NIGHTFOX 100V. And the cool thing about this one is it comes in at $120 with free prime shipping. Now I recently did a Pinty night vision binocular review, and in that review I said I've never seen night vision for around the $100 that actually works and is worth any time whatsoever. Well, the people from NIGHTFOX actually watched that video and said, let us prove you wrong and send you a set of our 100V night vision binoculars. This is their base model version, and they do make some nicer versions with different features. But what this accomplishes, in their opinion, is a set of night vision binoculars that has very minimal features, but that does the job well looking through a digital LCD screen, because this is a digital night vision binocular. It's got a built-in IR illuminator and 3 times magnification. It's also got another magnification button where you can kind of zoom in digitally. Let's unbox to see how it comes, and I'll tell you my opinions as well as show you some footage of me using these binoculars. The problem is, since these are the budget version for $120, they don't have a record setting, so you can't store any of the footage you capture on an SD card. I had to hold my camera up to this binoculars and kind of show you guys what I was seeing through there. With that being said, let's unbox it. At that $120 price point, you do not get a case like some of the other night vision binoculars I've reviewed, but you do get the unit itself, which looks very similar. It's got the collection point with a cap, and the IR emitter, I believe, is on that side. You can tell it's a very simple mode of operation: on, the IR illuminator, and the zoom. It takes 8 AA batteries, and it's got about a 6-hour run life, and they just clip right in here. I'm using some Dollar Tree batteries, but they are still the alkaline batteries, and the battery life seems to be pretty good. Trying to fumble with that. That little guy is kind of hanging over. So far, I'm actually really impressed with these night vision binoculars. I think they proved their point by sending them out, because these things are actually a viable option to use for your basic night vision tasks, whether scanning the yard as a spotter for hunting, if you're going coyote hunting at night. I know a lot of states allow you to use night vision. There are a ton of different tasks that you want to use night vision for, but the biggest downfall on this one is the fact that it doesn't record to an SD card like some of the others. But those others can go all the way up to $300. So for $120, you are getting a quality set of binoculars and some straps to attach to that. Let's slide this out of the way and turn it on. To power the unit, you can actually do that safely with the cap on there. You just click the power button and hold it down, and then that Fox symbol will come up and you are on right now. You can actually remove the cap from the front when you're using this at night. To turn on the IR illuminator, you click the IR button and it'll tell you what setting you're at. I found that no matter what brightness setting you're at, between 1 and 6, it all looks about the same out to 150, 200 yards. Where you start to notice the differences when you're really close up, it's better to use some of those low IR settings. And then you have the zoom, and it'll tell you at the bottom what type of zoom level you're at. So it goes all the way up to 6 zoom. So this is 2 times digital zoom on a 3 times set of binoculars, and we are back to normal. You click the power button, and then it turns off. Now the cool thing about this is there's no real sound or anything when you turn it on or off. I think some of them have that. I'm not quite sure, but this one does not. So you're not going to alert somebody to you using night vision. Now the one con of something like this, in most digital night vision binoculars, is the IR emitter emits a large red hue, so you're not going to be completely in the dark. Somebody can see that red hue. But what I want to do now is click over to the footage of me using these night vision binoculars and tell you guys what I think using these in different scenarios, including while it's raining. So I know it's a little difficult to see, but what you're looking at is inside the craft room and video editing room. You can see the laptop on the table very clearly, and you can make out actually the chair very nicely. This is about 5 to 10 feet. And then I'm going to show you kind of guys the windowsill, and then you can see where the baby lays down. It really does pick up the subtlest detail up close, and it does a good job. This is one of the tables where I keep my drone and radio equipment, and overall you can see just the quality of the image up close, so no problems there whatsoever. Switching to outside, this is about 200 to 300 yards to my neighbor's house, and it is pouring down rain right now, yet the binoculars still function great. You can actually make out all the subtle details of the trees, the power lines, and you'll be able to see my mailboxes right there. So you can easily use this with the IR on 6 out to 200, 300 yards and still make out with the subtlest details what people are doing on your land, or if you're spotting for animals, you can see it'll easily pick those up. So a very good quality night vision. Now this is something that I wanted to talk about, that red hue of the IR. This is in a pitch black room with a standard camera, and this is what that camera sees. You will be able to see that IR illuminator, even though, you know, it's supposed to be invisible to the naked eye. Just something to deal with. So in summary, I stand corrected. You can actually find night vision around $100 that actually works. This is very feature limited and it doesn't store to an SD card. So if you're looking for something to record your hunts or record yourself at night while shooting or doing some different types of tasks, these are not the binoculars for you. But if you're looking for a set of night vision binoculars that you don't necessarily have to be super stealthy, because you will see that red IR emitter, but you do want to be able to see at night without drawing a ton of attention to yourself, this is the perfect setup. You can absolutely use this to spot while you're hunting or scanning the fields or even scanning your land to see if anybody's out there. A great option for a night vision binoculars that are not going to break the bank. $120 in free shipping. Plus these are just plain cool, and honestly, everybody I show them to has a great time with them on camping trips, when they're hanging out at the house, or even just in the evenings looking up at the sky. These have a ton of uses above and beyond just what else you would use to see at night, something like a flashlight or something like that. This is a really low profile option that can help you kind of stay stealthy, yet still see what you want to see. Thanks for watching. Have a good one.